One characteristic a leader should have is integrity. I believe that's very true. To be honest and fair with people that you work with makes it easier if you have difficult decisions to make with the people who you work with that trust you. And in my role, it's more of mentoring and educating. So what's important for me personally is to be knowledgeable and approachable, because research is very intimidating for staff. So if I can have those qualities, I think we have a successful relationship.
The ability to communicate clearly and with infectious passion. If everyone knows the direction we're going in, if everyone is aligned, if everyone is comfortable, and if everyone shares the vision, then we can all go to the same place together. So being a great communicator, I think, is very important, and I think as a secondary benefit would be a great communicator with a sense of humor.
I think a characteristic everyone needs to possess is positivity. I think it really just encourages everyone to be confident and believe in themselves.
The one characteristic that I think all leaders should possess is integrity. I think you really have to be honest with yourself and also with the people that you work with and whom you serve. If you're not honest with yourself, you may find yourself doing something that's really not in line with your values. And if you're not honest and forthright with the people you work with and whom you serve, I think you could end up creating disappointment because the expectations may not match what you can actually comfortably deliver.
At the Dragonfly Foundation, we serve kids and young adults up to age 30 who are going through cancer and bone marrow transplants. My position in the community is something that I take seriously and try to do everything I can to network with people who can help us help them.
The influence I think that I am able to hopefully yield within the community is that I think it's really important. You know, we're the safety net for Hamilton County. We touch 1 in 3 individuals. So I really try to strive to create an organization that treats people with compassion and kindness and not to judge people for the circumstances that they're here. And so I'm hopeful that through that we can get the community to kind of have the same perspective and treat people in need with kindness and not judge them, because I always say at any given day it could be one of us on the other side of the desk asking for help.
As a woman of influence in my community, God has blessed me in amazing ways, and I am able to give back in so many ways, not only of my time, but also we have been blessed to donate to many different organizations with time and resources and been able to set a good example for others in our community.
I've received much advice and support from people over the years, and first of all I think about my husband Gary, and he has always talked about having a passion for what you do, to do something that makes your heart sing. I think if you don't do that, you're not going to love what you do and you're not going to do a good job at it. And my former boss Jane had a wonderful motto that she passed down to those who worked with her, and that it goes something like, our job, our responsibility is to give back to the profession, to leave it better than you found it. I think if we can all do that, then we've got a job well done.
I've received fantastic advice from various leaders with whom I've worked over the years, and I'm so grateful for the time that they've given me very graciously and the insights that they've shared. One piece of advice that I use daily came from Bob Whaling when I worked at P&G for almost 20 years, and he was the global marketing, advertising, communications executive. And he said to me one day, he said, "Do the hard things first." And so I intentionally engineer time into my calendar every day to focus on the hard things first, and I hold that time sacred. And it's proved to be absolutely invaluable in terms of getting results and breakthrough results.
I think one of the best pieces of advice somebody gave me early on in my career was that don't forget kind of where you came from or what you learned. And I was lucky enough to be a frontline social worker, so I was on the front line seeing lots of families in need and struggle, and I always tried to remember that sense of empathy I had as a frontline worker. Sometimes when you move away from those positions, you forget. So I think it's important to remember, the families that you're working with, their needs, and also to remember that the staff that are now delivering that service and the needs that they have.
The best advice I received that helped shape me as a leader is something very simple: do good and don't look back.
Well, when he was alive, my father gave me some very key advice when I was a college student. He always believed that you should finish what you start. And I've taken that mantra throughout my life, that I don't want to take on more than I can chew. I think that breeds disappointment when you overpromise something. And as you get older, you become wiser in terms of where you select where to put your energies. So I really do try to take on only things that I know that I can accomplish or get to a good segue where somebody else perhaps has a different set of skills that could bring to the problem.
I'm an architect, and Champlin Architecture's vision is really about taking others' vision and turning it into built reality, and that is really what excites me. I think if I have an opportunity to listen and take those words and turn them into space and 3 dimensions, that's pretty exciting.
I enjoy making a difference the most. Helping people has been just a wonderful gift to not only get to know them and to be involved with them, but to see their children grow or to help them through some of their darkest times.
What do I love most about Mercy Health? There's so many things, but first and foremost, it is our mission and our commitment to that mission, which is to extend the healing ministry of Jesus by improving the health of our communities, especially the marginalized, the poor, and underserved. Mercy Health is the largest healthcare system in Ohio. We're a nonprofit organization that gives away more than $1 million every day to charity care and community benefit, and that's phenomenal. And we are really fraught with many opportunities to transform the way healthcare is delivered, to impact how it's paid for, and we have an obligation to ensure our mission thrives well into the future.
What I love most about my job is I'm able to be in the restaurants a lot and be able to share with my employees about their personal lives, about everything that they do, and also I'm able to share with our guests and also be in the community.